Web 3.0, or Web 3 as it is more commonly known, is a set of ideas about how the web should look and work in the future. We are somewhere between Web 2.0 and Web 3.0 right now, and the future of the web is by no means set in stone. We'll talk about what Web 3 is and look at some technologies that fit the Web 3 description. In real life, Web 3.0 hasn't happened yet, but some things that Web 3.0 describes are already possible with today's web technology. Let's take a look at some of the Web 3 technologies. But before you do that, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well. 1. Blockchain technology. Blockchain technology may have been the one that made people think of Web 3 the most, so it's the most obvious example. Many other Web 3 technologies can't work without a blockchain, so it is one of the most important parts of Web 3. The blockchain is a list of all the transactions that have happened. The whole blockchain is stored on many different computers all over the internet. When a new block of transactions is added to the chain, all copies of the database must agree and be changed. All deals can be seen by anyone and are permanent. Blockchain technology can be used to keep track of transactions in any field, but most people think of it in terms of cryptocurrencies, which we'll talk about next. 2. Cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, also called crypto, is digital cash that isn't controlled by a central authority like a bank or a government. Blockchain technology is used to keep track of how much money there is and how much each person has. More cryptocurrency is made by mining, which gives the blockchain the computing power it needs to run an exchange for new currency. At least, this is how classic digital currencies like Bitcoin work. In the Ethereum blockchain, for example, end users pay a gas fee that goes to Ethereum miners who handle transactions. 3. Initial coin offerings, ICOs. Initial coin offerings have to do with cryptocurrencies because the coins that are being sold are actually crypto. When you come up with a new kind of cryptocurrency, you need some money to get things going. People who put money into an ICO buy your cryptocurrency when it doesn't have any value. They do this in the hopes that, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, the value of your cryptocurrency will skyrocket overnight, making them a lot of money. ICOs are sometimes sold more like shares in a company, but the people who buy them don't own them. The value of the coins is then tied to how valuable the company or its products promise to be. This is why ICOs have become so popular among startups looking for other ways to raise money besides banks, angel investors, and venture capital. ICOs have gotten a lot of attention, but scams have hurt them, and many people have lost money because of them. That's because ICOs are not yet regulated in the same way that an IPO is, and anyone can start an ICO. 4. Non-fungible tokens, NFTs. You may have heard of this one already, but NFTs are another important part of Web 3. That's what the part of the name that says non-fungible means. NFTs are linked to digital or physical assets in the same way that the paper title deed for a house shows who owns it. 5. Decentralized apps, DApps. When you use Google Docs or another cloud-based service, you are using a centralized app. Google has access to and can read and control all the information in your documents. In exchange, we can store our information in the cloud, work with others easily, and enjoy a long list of other benefits of cloud apps. But what if you could use these cloud services without having to give up your freedom to a central authority? This is where decentralized apps, also called DApps, come in. Most DApps do their online calculations on the Ethereum blockchain, and these calculations are paid for with Ethereum gas fees. But DApps meet the Web 3 requirements that they be public, based on open source code, and protected by cryptography. So, DApp users decide who can see their data and who can't, and they use cloud-based computing power to run whatever a particular DApp is made for. It even has a special JavaScript library called Web3.js to help developers get their Web 3 projects up and running quickly. 6. Smart contracts. When you buy a car today and get a loan from a bank to pay for it, you have to fill out a lot of paperwork. The bank makes a contract with you that spells out both of your rights and what you have to do. The contract says that if you don't pay on time, the bank has to do certain things, like take back the car, that are in the agreement. Smart contracts can do the same thing, but they don't need a central authority to enforce or watch what's going on. Smart contracts are a much cheaper way to offer financial services or make legal agreements between two parties than traditional contracts. They are also a lot more fair and can't be changed once they are turned on. 7. Distributed computing, edge computing. Edge computing is all about getting data and services online as close as possible to where they are being asked for or made. Edge computing is almost the opposite of big data computing, which is done in large, centralized computer centers. Edge computing, on the other hand, happens at the edges of the network. For example, you might process data on your PC before sending it to a central location where it will be put together. This means you can combine the processing power of all the devices on the edges of your network into one huge, decentralized supercomputer. With billions of Internet of Things, IoT, devices collecting data in smart homes, factories, and stores, it's hard to find enough computing power to process all that data. Edge computing is a way to meet these needs, save bandwidth, and quickly give people the data they want. 8 Decentralized Autonomous Organizations, DAOs. Both for-profit and non-profit organizations, which are both sorts of organizations, have an organizational hub. Command and control is used at every level of an organization by executives and management to coordinate the many diverse people who perform the work that needs to be done. A DAO will render that entire structure horizontal. Every person who is a part of the organization has a say in determining when and how much money is taken out of the treasury and for what purposes. The rules of the organization are stored in a blockchain that does not require any permission or trust and are encoded using cutting-edge contract technology. It is not necessary to maintain the intricate and expensive administrative departments that traditional organizations have built in order to keep everything running smoothly. 9 Machine learning and artificial intelligence. Over the course of the most recent few years, we have witnessed the meteoric rise of machine learning technology along with the rapid development of other significant areas of artificial intelligence. These technologies are crammed into our cell phones, which is how programs like Apple's Siri are able to function properly. Natural language processing, NLP, which enables you to communicate with an intelligent agent who can understand what you are asking for, is now widely available. In addition to this, machine learning can be used to forecast our requirements and actions by processing enormous volumes of data in real time. Because of something called the Internet of Things, IoT, we now have devices all over the place that are connected to intelligent networks. This opens up a wide variety of doors for the collection of data and the creation of something useful from that data. 10 The Metaverse. The creation of a consistent and integrated user experience is primarily reliant on virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR. When you are in the metaverse, the physical world and the digital things you possess begin to blend together, and your interactions with the internet take on a much more bodily form. It's a bit like the virtual world in Ready Player One, but we can only hope it's not quite as bleak. Thanks for watching. Share your views in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon as well.